Well, good morning, YouTube world. Welcome in the kitchen with Tally Faye. Hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning on the hill here in Iola, Texas. That sun's cranking on up out there, and the birds are flying around. All the little red birds. That's what we got going on around here right now, is all the red birds. And I just love watching them. And old chickens are happy out there, y'all. Oh my goodness. I got to show y'all this. It's egg day for me to take care of the eggs, right? Okay. Well, Buzz got this year, let's see, this is their second year. Yeah, they're not teenagers anymore. When he got his new baby chicks and stuff, we decided that year, on brown leghorns. Do y'all know what the brown leghorns are? This is so hilarious, y'all. The rooster that is with all the little hens out there and everything, he's got a real long white plume thing on him, right? His whole head and neck and everything is this long blonde looking thing. Buzz named him Fabio. So our rooster is Fabio, and he is such a sweet boy, and he just takes care of all of them. He lets them out every morning. We were looking at them a while ago, and they're all out there scratching in the leaves and stuff and everything, you know, and just singing and all. And let me tell you, when you got happy chickens, you got eggs. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. First, to start with, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18 packs of them sitting in the floor over there ready to go. Over in the corner of the dining room floor, because I don't have nowhere to put them. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this off here and show them to y'all. Let me show you what I got to clean. Oh. Look at this basket of eggs, y'all. I got to wash them all up, clean them all up. But they are beautiful, beautiful eggs. Oh my goodness, it makes me so happy. Look at all those down in the coffee bucket that he went and got yesterday evening. That's like a day's worth of them out there. But here is his collection of the basket of them. So I got to get these all washed and cleaned up and ready. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. But we love our chickens. They're just, if you live out in the country and you ain't got no chickens and you got a little bit of time to give them a little bit of love, get you some chickens. And hey, they'll give you some eggs at the very least, right? So anyway, I wanted to show y'all the eggs. It's just amazing. I love it. And I got my eggs over here that I've had in the refrigerator ready to use this morning. And another thing, when I went outside, I'd usually get a lot more of them, of the drought, I think, affecting them. But do y'all have the bur oak trees in your area? And they make the huge acorns. These really are not huge this year, y'all, but this still gives you an idea of how big they are, right? So I got a handful of off the ground. I went and picked them up, what I had left. See, it just made little baby ones, and they're still big if you think about it. But anyway, I will take these and put them in a pot of dirt, and they will sprout for me, and I can have baby bur oak trees, and they grow, excuse me, they grow to be a big tree, y'all. A big, beautiful oak tree. But anyway, I love the huge acorns on them. I like to do things, little crafts and stuff with them. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all these. This is out in my front yard. But anyway, enough about the place. Our eggs and acorns and such, right? But it's Sunday morning, y'all, and I want to be able to have everything ready in here. I washed my drapes and stuff, you know, and all that yesterday. So I got all that kind of stuff done, and everything else is ready for me so I can rest today. But I want to make this dressing this morning. And it's refrigerator day, y'all. This is one of the things I want to show you. That's a Tally Faye thing about using what you got, right? And so in my refrigerator, I went in there and I dug out everything I needed to make this dressing. Because I had some leftover, and I made the video for y'all, and these things are so delicious. The green chili corn muffins, right? And so I had them in this bag, and I had put them in the freezer. So I took them out last night and put them in the refrigerator. And I'm just crumbling them all up in the bag while I've got them in there. And that way I ain't got to try to do it in the pan. But I had me, I don't know, see it made about that many in this bag, right? And then I had some cornbread left from the other evening, just regular old cornbread. So I've got this much to add to that. So I've been doing the same thing, crumbling it. But it's refrigerator day, y'all. This ain't no written down recipe. We gonna just stir this stuff together. I'm gonna show you how you just stir it together. Don't worry about it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared, all right? You can do something like this. And this is so good to have, woo, on a Sunday after church. Oh my goodness. This is one of those good dishes to have, especially if you had you some chicken. You can put in and have you some chicken and dressing. But I'm just gonna make us a little old pan of dressing out of the stuff I had in the refrigerator. All right, I'm blabbering on. I'm gonna get on with it. It's a Sunday morning, y'all. It's a beautiful morning, and we're blessed, and I'm happy. And when I'm happy like that, I'll get to blabber jawing, okay? I can't help it. All right. Let me put it down here. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I got me out a couple stalks of celery. I didn't wash them. Let me wash them off, y'all. Okay, I'm going to take them real quick. I'm just going to chop them up. I'm going to chop them up. Chop me up a couple of little stalks of celery here. Because I'm going to take them with my onions and put them in some butter in there in a little old pan on the stove. And see, I had me some onions left in my little onion container. They're chopped and ready. That's all I'm going to use. I ain't going to use no more than that. That'll work. It's a small batch. So that's why I did me just a couple, a couple stalks of celery. So I'm just going to get my pan heated up here. I'm going to put me some butter in it. Let's see here. I'm just going to get me a blob of butter out of my, in y'all's way there. I'm just going to get me a blob of butter. Throw it in there like that. Right? Get it stirring in there. Now, I'm not trying to brown these. I just want to cook them down to the tender a little bit, right? I want them to be a little bit tender in there. So that's going to take a few minutes, but I'm going to do, that's the first thing I'm going to do is get them going in my butter in here. I may want more butter than that. I like butter, lots of butter with it. Matter of fact, I am going to go on and take me another blob off of here. Just rake it off in there. There we go. Y'all know I like me some butter. There we go. Now, got that out of the way. Our celery and onions is over there getting tender on the stove in some butter. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Let me put it down here. I'm going to go ahead while that's doing that and get my cornbread out of here. Okay. Y'all, that's got these green chili corn muffins have the green chilies in there and some cream corn. Don't y'all know that's going to be good in some dressing? Make a good pan of dressing. All right. Now I need me a little bit. I'm going to put me some regular bread in there. So I'm just going to grab me out. Let me see, to start off with anyway. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 slices here. I'm going to cut the edges off of them. You know, I think my mom would put all of it in there. She didn't. I don't think she did this, but I don't remember. But I do it just because it don't soak up the liquid as good. Alright, there's that. Let me see. I'm going to do me a couple more. I want a couple more, y'all. Okay. Just because. Turn that down. I don't want it to brown them. I really don't. I mean, if it did, it wouldn't hurt nothing, but I just want them, you know, kind of steamed down like, right? Okay? Y'all see what I'm doing here? Not really, but anyway, I'm just cutting it up in little chunks, right? After I took the crust off of it. Them old chickens are like that. Old Fabio, he's so sweet, y'all. one day I'll have to go out there when they're out in the yard and show them to you. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to start adding me some seasoning in here. Now I've got this poultry seasoning, y'all. And once again, y'all, this has sage in it. And y'all know I'm not big on that. I want a hint. I like a hint of it. But poultry seasoning is the go-to for making your dressing. Okay? What have I got here? This is half a teaspoon. Let me see. I'm scared. I am scared of it, y'all. You can, ooh, Lordy, you can go too far with sage for me. I'm just sprinkling it in there. Trying to, I can add me some more if I want it. I'm just not going to do it. That's as far as I want to go with that, okay? Now, let me get me a little bowl here. Crack me some. Well, I don't want to put my eggs in it yet because I want a taste of it first, right? So, I don't have any chicken broth. I looked in the freezer, so I got my bouillon here, right? So this is going to be my liquid. I'm going to make my liquid up in that, with that bouillon. Alright, I got me 2 cups of water here. I got a tickle in my throat this morning, driving me crazy. Let's see here. I'm going to take, see, I just got me one of these long handle teaspoons, right? And I'm going to take, yeah, y'all can see that, okay. I'm going to take it, and I got a mounded, give me a little bit more in there. There, it's good and chickeny. Is that how you'd say that? Good and chickeny. Get it stirred up in here. Okay. I'm going to dump every bit of it in there because I'm probably going to have more liquid. You want this, that's one of the main things when you're making dressing is you want it real soupy when you're making it up, right? Because it will bake. That way it keeps it from being all dry and everything. Well, I know I am putting my little sauteed onions in there, or whatever you want to call them, my little cooked onions with my celery, but I want me a couple of these fresh green onions in there, all right? Refrigerator day. Tally Faye's kitchen. This is how you do it, y'all. This is cooking, right? This is cooking. All right. Let's get them and just chop them up in good little bites. Do little bites of them so that you just get a little hint of it here and there. But that fresh onion like that, that's good in there. Do it just like that, okay? Good enough. All right. There's just some little bites of green onion in there. See, this is going to make the perfect little batch for Buzz and I. I'll have to find the perfect pan over there for it. All right, let's see where we're at on the liquid. Get it stirred up in here. Got to get them bread pieces all smashed up in there good. Tell you what I'm going to do. Get this here little handy dandy tool. Look at that. That'll help me smash them good. Like that, right? So you need to find things to do with refrigerator clean out day, right? Sometimes I just do what I call refrigerator buffet, and I'll get it all the dishes out, you know, and we'll just eat everything just like it is. But every now and then you can come up with a recipe with some of that stuff. Just like this, right? Okay, let me... Okay. I gotta get me a taster spoon, y'all, but let me check on my onions and celery over here. They're coming along. Gotta get them soft. I got it on low sitting there, so. Alright. Get me a little taster spoon here and see where we're at on this thing. See where we're at on it. Okay, I'm going to add me a pinch more of the poultry seasoning just because I want it to be a little more dressing-y tasting, right? But because it's the green chili corn muffins in there, that's giving it a different taste, which is delicious, by the way. This may be a new thing we can come up with. But I still want to put a little bit more of my poultry seasoning in there. And I mean a smidgen, y'all, because you cannot take it out. And once you put it in there, you can't take it out. That's it. I'm not putting no more. I don't care. I'm not putting any more in there. So, there we go. Going in. Stir that up. Now, see, it's really thick right now. And I don't want it that kind of thick. Alright, I'm going to show you something I'm fixing to do. I've got to move this rubber mat off of my board. This is good enough for my onions and celery in here, right? Okay? But I'm going to take them and I'm going to use this smasher and kind of smash them up a little bit in there. Break them down a little bit. You still want you some bites, but you don't want like big, huge bites of it. And when you smash them like this, it creates more flavor. Brings all that flavor out in them. Okay? Alright. See what I've done to them? About like that. Okay. We're going to go ahead, get them in here. Because I got to taste it like this. And then we'll add the eggs. And then we'll see if we need to have, how much more liquid we need to have. But I won't have to taste it after I put the eggs in it. See, if I've got it like this, I can taste of it. Okay. Now, I think that's going to be good just like that. We're going to bake it like this. It still tastes like the green chili muffins. That is in there, y'all. That is in there. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do, let me crack me some eggs in here. Some of these beautiful eggs. And I want the white ones, y'all. That's why we got the brown leghorns. Because I like the white eggs. I do. 3. Alright, we'll put one more. Number 4. There we go. Let's do 4 eggs in this here batch. Alright. I'm gonna get it stirred up. This is how you make we're gonna call this refrigerator dressing. I don't know what you're gonna call it. I have no idea. But see, them eggs, they thinned it out, but we still want it thinner than that. We still want it more liquidy than that, or it'll be dry when it bakes. So I'm gonna get me about 1 cup of water, we'll say. Okay? There's just a cup and just a smidgen of my well, I needed more than that. I can't get it out of there. There we go. Okay. Alright, just a smidgen more of my bouillon. Because it's salt. It'll be too salty if you're not careful. Okay? There we go. Let's put that in there. Just like that. Don't be scared. Guess what? We got us some dressing ready to pour up. Gonna be good, y'all. Gonna be so good. See how I got it soupy now? That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Okay? And we're just going to take it. I'm going to get me the perfect dish. Spray it down. And I'm going to pour this up in it. And I'm going to cover it with some tin foil. And put it in the oven. I'm going to bake it on... I don't know, I'm going to start off with it on like 325 and let it bake kind of slow. And then I'm going to turn my oven up to 350, you know, about, I don't know, half hour or so from now. And let it start cooking it a little hotter. But you just have to watch it. You know, dressing is fickle. You got to kind of check it. But I think when I put it in there for the 30 minutes, I'm gonna say 45 minutes, y'all, at the 325, okay? 45 minutes at that with the cover on it. And then I'm gonna take it at 45 minutes, I'm gonna take that foil off and turn it up to 350, and we'll let it finish cooking from there. And that's when you check it. You know, you do just like you would some kind of pudding or something or whatever. So we're gonna start off at 325, covered with foil in a sprayed dish. And I'm going to do like a 9 by 13 dish with this size. But y'all look at it again. I'm going to show you up close. See how thin it is? See, it's that kind of thin. It's real soupy. And that's what I want. But it's got green chilies, corn in there, green onions, yellow onions, celery, chicken bouillon, and some poultry seasoning. And that is all I got in there other than the eggs and bread that I added to the cornbread. So I'll see y'all after a while. It's a beautiful day. Y'all get out there and do something. Thank goodness I forgot to tell y'all there was 2 boiled eggs left in there. 2 boiled eggs left in the refrigerator. And I'm going to take them and cut them up. Just chop them up, and they add texture to it. Right? I love to put me some boiled eggs in my dressing. I like boiled eggs in my dressing, and I like having them in my, at Thanksgiving when you're making giblet gravy. I like to put me some in that too. But I'm just going to cut them up. There we go. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with that. Just add them to it just like that, okay? Had me a couple leftover boiled eggs going in. Alrighty, y'all. So it's done. I had it in there 45 minutes covered with the tin foil at 325. At 325, I took it out of there. And oh, this was something I forgot to tell y'all earlier. I always stir it midway through. So I pulled it out and went around the edges because it starts cooking around the edges, right? And it'll cook more around the edges than it does in the middle. So at least one time stir it. So I stirred it all real well when I took it out at the first 45-minute timing. Leave the foil off of it, put it back in there, turn your oven up to 350, and I did it another 45 minutes, and that was absolutely perfect timing on it in my oven, y'all, right? Okay? So, let me show it to you. Let's see if I can, yeah, I took it out and let it sit. a little bit, but look at it. Isn't that good looking? Not bad for refrigerator recipe, huh? But I went ahead and made me up a little pan of some chicken gravy, just with chicken bouillon, and because I didn't have any giblets or nothing to go along with that, but Buzz has to have him some gravy with his dressing. So I made it with some chicken bouillon and water, cut me up a few green onion tops in there, a couple little pieces of red bell pepper, just little bites of it here and there, really for color. I use pimentos when I have them. So anyway, the little bit of red thing in there, and then a couple boiled eggs chopped up, and a little pinch of that poultry seasoning, a little pinch of it, and let that cook for a minute. And then I stirred me up some cornstarch in water, made me a slurry, and then you just pour it in there. Oh, I did put me some black pepper in it. No salt, because I had plenty of chicken bouillon in there, right? But anyway, made me a nice little gravy with it. So all I'm going to do is just come over here on this corner and get me a couple little rounds of it here. I know it's delicious, y'all. Get it out of there. A couple little rounds. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. And you can taste the corn and the green chilies in it. So now I'll just take me some giblet gravy here and ladle over it. And there it is, y'all. A great dish for Sunday afternoon. Don't think we ain't gonna pig out on this. I'm sorry for all the sniffling in the video. I had the sniffles today and it just wouldn't leave me alone. But hey, that's life, right? If you got the sniffles, you still got to keep on working. You can't just lay down and let it win. So anyway, again, I apologize if I had too many sniffles going on. But I wanted to tell y'all about the stirring that I started. But other than that, that's it on it, y'all. This is Tally Faye's refrigerator dressing. I guess that's what, I don't know what to call it. If people are searching, they wouldn't know what to look for. I don't know. I'll try to figure that out. But I'm going to tell y'all on here it's refrigerator dressing, because that's what it is. Anyway, it looks good, y'all. Look. That's because it is good. I love y'all. Y'all have a great Sunday. And I'll see you in a day or two in the kitchen with Tally Faye.